Hey, hockey fans, how's everybody doing? Let's review some scores for Monday Easter hockey, and then we'll make some picks for Tuesday. Tuesday, there's 10 games, but one's postponed, so there's 9 games to talk about. But first of all, on Easter Monday, we had Ottawa take on Winnipeg. Winnipeg edged out a win there, 4-3. We got that one right. Then Philadelphia put it into overtime and beat Boston 3-2. We got that one wrong, as well as the next game we got wrong, which went into overtime. Edmonton lost to Montreal. They had a 2-0 lead going into the third, and then Montreal answered, put it in extra time, and won. It was impressive. Next game, St. Louis and Vegas. Vegas dominated. St. Louis put up a good first period. It was 2-1 after the first, and then they seemed to fall apart, and Vegas just took over. We got that one wrong. Minnesota really fought back, but Colorado got that early lead and hung on, and they won the game 5-4. We got that one wrong. Toronto took care of Calgary 5-3. We got that one right. And then Arizona took care of LA. We got that one wrong, but still a great win for Arizona. I mean, man, that's awesome. Best bet was Winnipeg. That record goes to 23-17, which is great. But overall picks were 2-5, not great. That record goes to 170 and 136. And on the parlay, the Edmonton money line, Boston puck line, and St. Louis money line, none of those came through. So it was like a bad Monday at the office. That happens. Now we'll get on to Tuesday and just carry on. We got two bottom teams here from the Mass Mutual East playing against each other. We got Buffalo and the Devils. The Devils are 4-4-2 in their last 10 with a current one-game losing streak. Blackwood listed to be in net. Buffalo is 2-6-2 in their last 10 with a current one-game winning streak. Allmark listed to be in net for Buffalo. They're in 8th with 22 points in the Mass Mutual East. Devils sit in 7th with 32 points. The Sabres showed up again when they played the Rangers. They put that game into a shootout, and they actually won against the Rangers 3-2. The Devils lost to Washington 5-4 in their last game, and this series is locked up at 3 apiece. And this is the first of a 2-game set. If Allmark wasn't in net here, I'd say the Devils have an advantage. But if you watched him play that last game, Allmark looked really good. He looked healthy, strong, and he was into the game. I like this team going here in this position. Visiting team is going to be my pick. Buffalo to beat the Devils. That's my first pick. Next game, Washington against the New York Islanders. The Islanders are 6-4-0 in their last 10. Current 2-game winning streak. Varlamov listed to be in net against Washington, who are 7-3-0 in their last 10. Current 2-game winning streak. Samsonov listed to be in net for Washington. They're in first with 54 points in the Mass Mutual East. The Islanders right behind them in second with 52 points. Capitals faced New Jersey on Sunday, and like I said, they ended up winning that game 5-4. The Islanders also won their last game in a shootout against Philadelphia 3-2. The Capitals lead this season series 3-1. Capitals won the first 3 games. All 3 of those games were played in Washington. The last game was played in New York, and New York won that game 8-4. This game is also going to be played in New York. Islanders have a crazy home record. They're 15-1-2 at home this season. Barzal was named the first star of the week for the NHL. I like this Islanders team, and I like them at home here. Islanders to win. That's my second pick. Third game, Pittsburgh against New York Rangers. The Rangers 6-3-1 in their last 10 with an overtime decision. Shesterkin confirmed to be in net for the Rangers. Pittsburgh 6-3-1 in their last 10, current 1-game losing streak. Casey DeSmith listed to be in net for Pittsburgh. They're in third with 50 points in the Mass Mutual East. Rangers sitting 6th with 39 points. Penguins played Boston on Saturday and lost 7-5. That was kind of a back and forth game. The Rangers also coming off a loss on Saturday against Buffalo in that shootout. Buffalo when they won 3-2. Penguins have a controlling 5-1 lead in this series. These teams have played twice in New York, each taking a game when they were played in New York. If Pittsburgh was at home and they were healthy and strong, I'd probably go Pittsburgh here. But if the Rangers are going to get a win against Pittsburgh, this is going to be when they're going to do it. When Pittsburgh's on the road and they're beat up. And if you look at Panarin, he's leading the Rangers now with 36 points. And to put that in perspective, you got to remember he hasn't played all season. He was gone for a little while there. I like the Rangers here. Another New York team at home. That's going to be my pick. The Rangers to beat Pittsburgh at home. Next game, Boston against Philadelphia. Halleck now out with COVID protocol, so I mean they got some real issues. It looks like for Boston we're going to have Jeremy Swayman, 22-year-old kid in net there. Philadelphia 4-4-2 in their last 10, current 1-game winning streak. Carter Hart listed to be in net, actually confirmed now I think for Philadelphia. Boston 5-3-2 in their last 10, current overtime decision. And as I mentioned, that Jeremy Swayman might get tossed in here. good opportunity for him, so we'll see how he shows up. Boston sits in fourth with 44 points in the Mass Mutual East. Philadelphia in fifth with 41 points. Back-to-back, obviously, these teams played Easter Monday, and the game went into overtime, ending in a 3-2 win for the Flyers. With that win, the Flyers stop the sweep or the possible sweep. Boston still leads this series 5-1. I just, with the goaltending concerns, and Carter Hart looked really good in his last game, I'm going to go Philadelphia to sweep this 2-game set. I'm going to go Philadelphia after what I saw tonight to win again, especially with the goaltending problems there. That's my pick, Philadelphia. Next game, Florida against Carolina. Carolina 5-3-2 in their last 10, current 1-game winning streak. Mrazek listed to be in net for Carolina. Florida 7-3-0 in their last 10, current 6-game winning streak, the longest winning streak of the NHL right now. Currently, Bobrovsky listed to be in net for Florida. They're in first with 56 points in the Discover Central. Carolina sits in third with 53 points. The Panthers played Columbus on Sunday and blanked them 3-0. The Canes won a battle against Dallas. They won their game 1-0. Teams have played 4 times. Panthers won the first game, and then Carolina has won all 3 since. The Canes sitting in first in power play at 29.1%. This could be the game of the night to watch, actually. It could be a really good hockey game. I'm going to go Carolina, home team. I'm just a big Mrazek fan, and the way he played, anyway. Carolina to win the game against Florida. Shut down that winning streak Florida's got going on. Next game, Tampa against Columbus. Columbus 3-6-1 in their last 10, current 3-game losing streak. Korpisalo listed to be in net for Columbus. Tampa 6-4-0, current 1-game losing streak. Vasilevsky listed to be in net for Tampa. They're in second with 54 points in the Discover Central. Columbus sits in seventh with 36 points. The Lightning last played Detroit and lost 5-1. On Sunday, the Blue Jackets lost to Florida 3-0. 2 games apiece between these two, and it's another 2-game set. The last one, each team took a game. I'm going to look for Tampa to start this 2-game set with a win. So Tampa's going to be my pick, visiting team to beat Columbus. Next game, Nashville against Detroit. Detroit 4-5-1 in their last 10, current 1-game winning streak. Grice listed to be in net again for Detroit. Nashville 8-2-0 in their last 10, current 1-game winning streak. Saros listed to be in net. He was the 3rd star of the NHL a week. They're in 4th with 41 points in the Discover Central. Detroit sits in 8th with 31 points. The Predators' last game was on Saturday when they faced Chicago, and Nashville won that game 3-0. Detroit had a lopsided 5-1 win over Tampa on Sunday. Nashville leads this season series 4-2. The last game between these two was on March 25th, and Nashville won that game 7-1. But Grice has been playing well. He's had 3 quality starts now. And Nashville, Forsberg could be out, Ryan Ellis out, Matt Duchene out, Carrier out. They're pretty beat up. So Detroit coming off a high, just beating Tampa. If they're going to beat this Nashville team, again, I think this is an opportunity where they could do that. I'm going to go Detroit here, home team to beat Nashville. Next game, Dallas against Chicago. Chicago 3-7-0, current 2-game losing streak. Lankinen listed to be in net for Chicago. Dallas 4-3-3 in their last 10, current 1-game losing streak. Ottinger listed to be in net for Dallas. They're in 6th with 36 points in the Discover Central. Chicago sits in 5th with 39 points. The Stars' last game was a 1-0 loss to Carolina on Sunday. The Hawks played Nashville on Saturday and suffered a 3-0 loss. Chicago leads this series 3-1. Pretty balanced teams here. Both goalies actually have the exact same save percentage, .918. I don't know if you see that too often. Lankinen has not been playing as well as Ottinger the last couple games, that's for sure. But we all know Lankinen can play well in net. And Chicago, I think, is going to come out really hard. They've had a bit of a tough go, and I see them coming out here and getting a W. So I'm going to go home team here. Chicago to beat Dallas. That's my pick. Next game, and I think this is the last game, Anaheim against San Jose. San Jose is 6-3-1 in their last 10, current 4-game winning streak. Martin Jones listed to be in net for San Jose. Anaheim 3-6-1 in their last 10 with an overtime decision. John Gibson listed to be in net for Anaheim. They're in 8th with 29 points in the Honda West. San Jose sits in 5th with 38 points. The Ducks last faced Arizona and lost 3-2 in overtime. A hot Arizona team, actually. The Sharks played LA on Saturday, and they won their game 3-2. Sharks have a 4-1 lead in this season series. You got to remember the Sharks before this game, there were 2 wins against the Wild, 2 wins against LA. San Jose, I think, is they're definitely trending in the right direction. Jones was the second star of the NHL for the week. And Anaheim, I think, it has 8 guys out with possible injury. Even Getzlaf, I think, is going to be out. So I'm going to go San Jose here. That's going to be my pick. Vancouver Jets game postponed. So for picks, we've got San Jose to beat Anaheim, Chicago to beat Dallas, Detroit to beat Nashville, Tampa to beat Columbus, Carolina to beat Florida, Philadelphia to beat Boston again, Rangers to beat Pittsburgh, Islanders to beat Washington, and Buffalo to get win number 2. For my best bet, I'm going to go with that Carolina game. I like that. And I'm going to do 2 parlays, pretty conservative parlays as far as I'm concerned. I'm going to go Buffalo money line. I'm going to go Carolina money line. And I'm going to go San Jose money line on the 1 parlay. The other one, I'm going to go the Islanders money line. I'm going to go Detroit puck line plus 1.5. And then I'm going to go the Hawks. And we'll see how Tuesday goes. Hope everyone had a great long weekend. Everyone's doing well. Good luck with your picks. Thanks for watching. Stay safe. Talk soon. Thanks.